Alright, mic should be on now. Let's start the virtual cam. We're going to connect to TikTok today. So hopefully we're live right now. I'm just putting the last of my equipment together. Keeping my distance away from Mr. Antenna. There we go. Live. What topic do I need? Fitness and sports. There we go. Yes, that was accurate. Thank you for letting me know. Live skiing. I think it's still going to be the scuffed thumbnail, but I don't really know how to fix that in the moment. We'll just test my YouTube chat real quick. Oh, hello. It would really help if I joined the stream. There we go. Let's echo hello. I should hear myself join in a few seconds, and then if I hear the bot join, I know everything's running. Okay, good. That means my YouTube is connected. My Twitch should hopefully be connected. Or my TikTok, I mean. TikTok should be able to hear me today. Nice. The music might be doubled up, so let me try fix that. It's just any desk is so cancer, man. No, I'm only piping the SRT footage to TikTok. Okay. Any desk is giving me grief again. Snap in. Tighten up. Everything should now be operational. All right, let's see if oh, it's working with me now. Still waiting for the image. There we go. Where the heck is my chat? There's my chat. Let's go reset the background. So one cool thing I programmed is I can take a photo like this. Actually, let's do it like this. The South Sister is not totally covered up. And then if I just load it into my Discord in a specific channel, check this out. You're going to see the background of the stream update. So I don't need to hassle around with OBS and stuff like that anymore. You can just like load in whatever still I want. What the fuck? Why did I get a pop-up? Why the fuck is Creator Camp popping up? TikTok, now's not the fucking time. Jesus Christ, this dumb fucking app. And they wonder why no one uses their fucking platform. Sorry for my language, chat, but I'm getting frustrated at TikTok right now. Look, this is all I can see. I can only see a creator camp. Can't actually see what the fuck is going on. Oh well, I'm just gonna assume everything's working. Does my chat window pop up over this? I hope it does. I might have to literally call Brooke and get her to remove that pop-up. Yeah, good, I can still read chat. We're just gonna go on a little hike through the Cascade Lakes today until I get cold or hungry. Or bored. One of the others. My big question for today is how badly are the trees going to corrupt the footage? I'm gonna call Brooke for help so I can read chat. Oh, you're not home yet? Would you be able to do me a really big favor when you get home? Could you, TikTok opened a couple of like pop-ups, so I can't actually see what's happening. And I can't close them out by remoting in. When you get home, are you able to move the chat and like the TikTok screen to the big window and off of my laptop screen so that I can use something else to control them? Okay, that sounds good. Goodbye. Yeah, chat, if you guys are listening, TikTok's kind of fucking me over again. That's why I'm like trying to stream a lot more on YouTube, because I don't have to deal with this crap on YouTube. But right now, there's like advertisement to join Creator Camp that I can't close. That's preventing me from like interacting with you guys, and it's really annoying. Yeah, the software I'm trying to use to talk to my computer is having trouble with it. So I'm like totally in the dark on what anyone is saying, on TikTok at least. But Brooke will be home soon, and she'll get the chat working. There we go. I kind of see chat. There are small glitches from time to time, bruh. Yeah. There's not a lot I can do about that. I am trying to write my own video and decoding software for SRT, and it's been like 2 weeks of just smashing my head against a wall, and this is the closest thing I was able to come up with. But you gotta admit, for going through trees on a satellite connection, my programs are handling it pretty well. Let's see if I can move this over now that I'm in. Nope. Come on. Go to the other screen. I just need the chat to go to my main screen, because right now it's in the secondary screen. Come on, you can do it. Oh well. This is the price of progress. Just a bunch of mistakes along the way. So I'm guessing if I have 8 people watching, it's not too bad. How's it going? I think Brooke's here, maybe? Nope, I was just hopeful. Sunny, you are watching. Have a good one. You too, man. You're watching me just get into shape, skiing with my streaming pack. Just cruising down some old roads. I want to see how the satellite will handle trees like this on every side. No, this is live. Whew. I'm getting a little exhausted. Yeah, those AV glitches are going to be caused by the trees. So like, let's say there's a satellite there. Right now I can talk to it. But when this big tree on the left gets between me and the satellite, the audio hiccups. And essentially, the way I'm trying to fix that is to build an internal buffer. But right now, I have a lot of pretty advanced logic to help the stream recover, so those little glitches don't propagate. Because if you're doing something like an RTMP protocol, those little corruptions in the data will just keep amplifying and persisting and getting worse and worse to the point where the video is unwatchable. But essentially, what I've created is a self-healing system where the glitches pretty much immediately correct themselves as soon as it gets back in line with the satellite. And then the challenge I'm having, oh, Brooke's here to bail me out. Brooke. Okay, you know where my home computer, you know where the laptop is, right? Okay. Can you open up TikTok Studio and close whatever that stupid pop-up is? That like creator camp bullshit? What? Okay. And then can you drag that window and the chat onto the main monitor instead of the laptop screen? It needs to be on the other computer screen. I forgot to. TikTok Studio and the little TikTok chat where I can see who's typing. It's typically on the left side. It's its own little separate window. I don't know, Brooke. It's a small black window with people talking. I can't remote into my computer right now and look at it. Okay, hang on, let me try remote in. Yeah, the little goober chat that doesn't have a name and it's just sitting on top. Okay, let me make sure that. Yeah, I decided I would just go here. This is where me and your dad went. What? Yes. Yeah, towards Todd Lake. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's gonna be shitty next weekend, remember? Oh, what the fuck? Did my video just totally corrupt on the TikTok live? Okay, it's just my reader that's corrupted. That's kind of funny. Yeah, Sammy, trees have just been the bane of my existence. Okay. I love you. If you want to turn the music down, just turn down the speakers. Don't turn down the desktop audio, okay? Okay. I love you, Greeble. Bye. Yeah, so essentially what I've been working on for the last 2 years, or not, sorry, last 2 weeks, is a way to compile and then decompile HLS protocol to build a real-time buffer from the sender, an unstable sender instead of an unstable receiver. And I've made some progress, but not a lot. Like, I figured out a trick that lets me build the buffer, but then it breaks the, what's it called? It breaks the keyframe of the RTMP protocol and leads to a corrupted frame every once in a while. And then since it's the keyframe that's broken, the entire next 2 seconds of audio and visuals just become completely unwatchable. So I either need to figure out how to fix that bug or figure out a different way of re-encoding the AV segments. How's it going? But once I get that figured out, I'm gonna extend out my buffer. Right now it's at 500 milliseconds, and I'm gonna set it to 15. So in theory, I'll be able to like walk underneath trees while fishing, or go through trees cross-country skiing without the footage dropping. Oh, I'm tired. And I've been going downhill. It's not a good sign. But still having fun. Yeah. When I was calling Brooke, I guarantee she was on speakerphone. And so you were hearing her directly without any of the compressions. You guys want me to go climb those rocks over there with no shoes or protection? Because they look fun. I guarantee there's a way to scramble up them. And there won't be any trees to fuck with the signal over there. Probably more interesting than me walking in a straight line anyway. Ow. Right. What? Whew. That was certainly unexpected. Well, I'm gonna be the first person to yard sale. What the fuck? Why did my ski suddenly stop? The fuck? That's really weird. I guess myth confirmed. It is possible to yard sale on a road. I wonder if I must have somehow stepped on my own skin. Well, it's going to be fun to watch that footage back. And of course, I can't unlock my phone because everything's wet. I got chat 1 minute. There we go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm good. I think I just stepped on my skin. What? No, I think I stepped on my skin or something.
Oh.
Which is a kind of funny way to go down.
Yeah. Okay though?
Yeah, I'm fine. All right, well, no point moping around. Okay. Embarrassing moment complete. Let's not do that again. And keep moving. I'm stealing that. Those things are like $5. Oh no, Papa. Come on. Oh my god, this is hard to pick up. Let's figure this out. Oh my goodness, come on. Give it. How's it going? Huh. That kind of does look fun. I'm gonna be honest. I want to climb it. I know that center section, they do a lot of dry tooling. So the rock's probably good. And I've been through there before. Getting up there might be a little scary though. What do you think, chat? Shall we climb it? feel like we should. Looks kind of fun. But chat's corrupted again. What are you guys saying? Do it. Oh yeah. I'm not sure what you're talking about clipping that. I'm talking about the part where I ate shit. I might. That's kind of funny, honestly. All right, anyone watching? When I go through the trees, we're pretty much guaranteed to lose service, but I should reconnect as soon as I'm out on the other side. So, what I'm telling you guys is just be patient. Don't go anywhere. The stream will not crash, but the portion where you can see me will. So I'm still gonna be here. But again, as soon as I go through there, I don't have line of sight to the sky at all. No amount of software can make the antenna see the Starlink satellites through the trees. So I'll see you guys on the other side. 'Cause I've got friends on the other side. You tree well. Just like the well. Fuck you. Oh, yeah. Okay. One of the cool things about this setup, chat, is that oh my goodness, don't be frozen. There we go. So everything's detachable, which means you guys are no longer on my chest and are instead going to be on my helmet. Hello. That means I can angle the camera up like that so you can actually see what we're climbing. And I'm sure it's only like 4th class, but in touring boots and with this hell of a pack on, it's going to be a lot trickier than normal. Yeah. I'm going to take a little break though, drink some water. All right. By the way, how's the quality? Has everything recovered? Hang on, I'm going to reset something. Okay, there we go. It never stopped? Oh no. So you guys saw me have fun with the trees. Here, I'm gonna put you guys over here real quick. And I'm gonna go drink some water. Yeah, you guys go look out that way. One of the fun things about my antenna frame is I can open up the backpack and take things in, like from inside the pack, without disturbing the antenna at all. gonna start making a little progress. I think I'm gonna have to call Brooke for help doing the, what do you call? You know how like after an hour TikTok makes you verify that you're like a human and you're still there and not just like streaming the void. So how soon is that coming up? Let me go check in. Why did I go to Pieberry Rose? Home desktop. Pieberry Raz is the name of the Raspberry Pi over there. Down in there. That controls everything. The little $80 computer chip that makes the entire satellite thing work. I don't know how much Raspberry Pis cost nowadays with all the component shortages. Because on one hand, they're old technology, so they might be cheaper. The other hand, everything's gotten more expensive. I'm debating between the left route and the right route. The right route looks quite a bit safer. It's telling me I have a new goal. I don't want the goal. TikTok, I swear to God, if you make me promote shit. 3 minutes until it pop-ups. So I'm just gonna do a 3-minute timer. Real quick. And then we'll start going up a little bit. All right, so the camera's gonna move a lot more because it's directly on my head. But you guys are gonna be able to see like all the decisions I'm making in real time. Shit moves here. So you can see me analyzing this snowfield where things are less likely to move, but also I can punch through if I'm not careful. Versus over there, you can see how things are stacked and ready to fall. So I have to choose the safest option between those two. And I'm just gonna go up this way and risk punching through like that. It's honestly, punching through is not bad. These are not the right shoes for this. Like these shoes are designed for like this kind of climbing, where you kind of make your own steps. So it's kind of hard to use like these kinds of rocks because the shoes really want to be like vertical like that. And the typical way you would do this in these shoes is to like lean over and bear crawl, kind of like this. But I need to keep my antenna upright. So it doesn't really work for me. So I'm just gonna go slow and careful. Oop. so worried about shit moving and breaking my leg. That's probably the number one thing that can go wrong right now, is if one of these big rocks moves and crushes my leg. See, like, there's a hole down there. That's why I can't use the snow. But this rock here doesn't look super safe either. So, just kind of taking my time, analyzing. I think the best option is to do something like this. Yeah, I think that was the right call. Don't move. Thank you. Oh my God, that looks so fun. Anchors, so we can climb it. Look at that rock. Okay. Oop, don't fall. I don't think I have much of a choice. I have to go through this snow at the very least. Ooh. Oh, this is just dirt below. I thought that'd be rocks. Hang on. We are doing a climbing sim right now. Well, there is rocks. That is the risk I was talking about, by the way. You gotta know how to handle it. So let me show you. See how I punched down and that set my center of gravity downhill? You gotta know how to recover from that. Otherwise, that can be dangerous. I gotta stop connecting to Pi-Berry Raz. Okay, so now we're getting a good look. Believe it or not, I still think right is safer than left for this little portion of the hill. Left looks easier though. So it looks like I can go up by that tree and kind of right near the bottom of the tree, cut right. Looks like there's a shelf. From that shelf, cut back left. But the thing is, I can't see the rocks. If the rocks are like kind of stable, that works. But if the rocks are really slanted, it's not gonna work. Versus those rocks far out to the right. You see how there's like a staircase pattern? That looks really nice and stable, but I'll have to find a way to get to that basalt area to finish it up. And that might be a little sketchy. I really gotta turn off low fucking power mode too on my phone, because it keeps closing out AnyDesk and reducing its usage, which means it's harder for me to read chat. What do I want to do? Chat, what do you think? I'll let the non-mountaineers decide my fate. I think I can handle, I think either route is within my ability. And I think I can do either route relatively safely. Another drop, but we're okay. Chat says, climbing sim. Damn it. Chat, make my decisions for me, otherwise I'm going right. The only reason I'm going to go right is because it's closer. Hang on, is the video corrupting? I think the video might be corrupting. Okay, wait, hang on. If the video looks out towards there, it's not corrupted. Okay, so the video is not corrupted, it's just pointing down. Let's see how this looks. I'm getting to watch my own live right now. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Chat, you can see what I see now. Okay, cool. Nobody's telling me which way to go, so I'm going right. Oh, Jesus. It's a bad day to be Michael's kneecaps. I just know I'm slamming into one of these. This was a bad choice. I can't get down in there. Okay, this doesn't seem too bad. Look at what I'm up against, chat. But the reason I like this one is the slanted rocks. They keep you safe. So like, kind of the idea is to use these as like little, here, I'll let you watch my hands. They're gonna be more interesting. But like you can use like platforms like this with your knee, and then you can reach and you can press. And pressing is very safe as opposed to pulling. If you pull the rocks, you can sometimes pull the rocks out of their hold. And then since you're pulling backwards, you go off the mountain. But something like this, what you can do, you can take your knee and put it in here. You guys see how my knee is really stable? And now I can move my foot like this. And now I can stand up. And like, if you guys ever do get into free soloing or like scrambling like this, that's kind of like what you want to do. Like, look at how my knee is locked. I have no foot, no hands, but I'm completely safe. And now I can take the time to figure out where to place this left foot. And I'm going to look for another knee spot. Or if I go up that way, I can get into that pocket there, which might be a better idea. So then the question is, see, look, that rock's not stable. How do I reposition my body so I'm pointed in on my left side like this, and now I can stand up on my right and I can make progress. It's all about just really steady progress, not doing any motions you can't do in reverse, not pulling when you don't have to, always pushing, always holding, 3 points of contact when you move. So like here, I have this rock, I have a bad hold on this rock, but if I transition to this and I push instead, now I can use all three hands. Sorry, now I can use my other hand. Yeah. Now I can lock my knee down in here, and I can grab this and now move my left knee up, and now I can stand up and I can repeat. And this is like my favorite style of rock climbing. No ropes, no big moves, no overhead pulling, no strength moves, just slow and steady motions. It's almost like you're dancing. And now my next objective is probably to get into that pocket there, because I can use, I don't like that pocket. So yeah, that pocket there, so I can get up there and then through there. So let's think this one through, because this is probably kind of the crux in shoes like this. That's the other thing, keep in mind, I'm wearing ski boots. And granted, they are snow climbing ski boots, so you have more flexibility than normal. But I have like virtually no ankle motion. Okay. Now we'll get a better look at this. I might be mistaken about that pocket, because I see a new hold there. And that hold almost might be more stable. Okay, let's do another move while I wait for any desk to load. Okay, there we go. My right foot's not stable at all, so that's going to be my priority. There we go. Now my left foot can go here, and again, lock the knee, make progress. Now we're getting a little claustrophobic in here. Okay. I'm going to double test these rocks because I don't trust them as I move through this section. Again, I'm going to be pressing, not pulling here. There we go. Whew. So what I think we need to do is use this rock, yep, and this rock. There we go. Get out of there. Get out of the fall zone as fast as possible. Okay. Let's get into here and take a break. Hello. YouTube can talk to TikTok, but to store TikTok chat. And then one of the other things is I'm also not allowed to mention that you can go to YouTube, because if you guys start clicking my link and I start driving traffic away from the live stream, they penalize me. And it's like, instead of just making a competitive platform that has the same features as YouTube, they'd rather penalize live streamers for talking about the differences in the features. Okay. The naive approach is to go that way, but that's the suicide way, because look, what happens if that rock breaks? See the big crack in it? That rock breaks, you die. And it's already cracked. So despite what looks to be the safer route there, the safer route's 100% this way. Okay. By the way, lower levels, how's the quality? I never live streamed like rock climbing like this before, so I don't know how having a giant rock face, but only on one side of me, affects the antenna. One of the main reasons I wanted to do this. Oh guys, check out this suicide rock right here. Oh, that's a killer rock for sure. Okay, now I need to find a way to cross over again. I don't have a good way to cross over. I think I just have to go through this, which would be trivial in rock climbing shoes, but damn. Holy fuck, I'm a little scared. My litmus test is, if I feel even a little scared, I need to just stop and think and find another route. I should never do a route that I have even the slightest bit of fear about. I know if I can get my knee in here, that's absolute gold. Like, that's bomber. But I need to figure out how to get my knee into there safely. Because assuming I'm using my left knee, I need a way to position my right leg so I can get my left knee high enough. And like, all of these rocks are suicide rocks. So maybe instead I have to use my right knee, like crawl in like this and press. Yeah, that works. So now my right knee in. Now my right knee is in. Let's get rid of that suicide rock. That's danger. I have too much trust in the rock below me right now, but I don't really have any other options. Reach around and stand up. There we go. Nice. Okay. That was probably the scariest. Let's just wrap this up. Just because you're done with the scary part doesn't mean... What am I doing? Go down, not up. I'm getting way too personal with this basalt wall. All of these rocks are scary. Maybe I do need to get personal with the basalt wall still. Let me think through my options again. Like, for example, if I stand up here, I don't trust this rock in the slightest. That rock's fine. You notice I still don't trust any rocks. No foot switches, Michael. Find a different way. Foot switches are kind of like an easy way to get in trouble because they're so easy, but they're also relatively easy to mess up. So it's like one of those things you can do. Do I just crack climb this? I do, don't I? Yeah, there we go. Hello, Mr. Tree. Woo! Okay. Now if I can just down climb to there, I'm good. All right, chat, we did it. Fuck you. I know, it's a crazy view. Oh, let's go sit down and read TikTok that for a bit. Whew. I'm gonna go put down the antenna. Oh, that's not the antenna. Whew. Ah, what a nice view. How's it going, TV static? Got to remember that I still have to hike home or hike back to my car. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm gonna go put you guys back. It's about 2 miles. Also, Adam says hi, YouTube chat. So we now officially have a two-way conversation going. By the way, I would never recommend like getting into this kind of climbing unless you've done like years of bouldering first. Like I'm kind of talking through the process, but that knowledge is not a substitute for years of experience. I'm gonna go swap the camera back to my chest though. One of the things I worry about a little bit on TikTok is like somebody seeing me do something like that and they're like, hey, now I know the technique. And it's like, sure, but can you actually implement the technique? Probably not. And if you miss even one time, it's not like you get a second chance, you die. Or like get catastrophically injured. So it is like on my mind. I wonder what the promote coupon is. Like if they're actually trying to get me to spend money. TikTok sent me like a scolding the other day because the audio cable was broken, so TikTok couldn't hear what I was saying. And I told people to come to YouTube, and TikTok's like, that is against our policy. We will take action against your account if you do it. Do not promote your... Okay, losers. Let me use virtual audio, you fuckers. Like, why am I having to use these freaking long-ass roundabout ways of fixing your problem? Yeah, they're hella greedy. By the way, I still don't know why my account is demonetized. I just got a notice that I can't even join the... Yeah, I got a notice that says I can't join monetization until at least February 22nd now. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not posting anything controversial. And it's like, I'm obviously doing something wrong. I get it. But if I don't know what I'm doing wrong, I can't change it. And if you would just hire somebody, I don't care if they speak English as a second language and make $2 an hour. But if there's just somebody who could just get on an email and tell me, hey, this is why we don't like your content, I could fix that. And I could make content that they like. But they're too cheap to hire like any sort of customer service. It's just crazy to me. Like, I've generated them tens of thousands of dollars in revenue, and they're just like, fuck you, figure it out. And so I'm like, fuck you, then I won't upload. Or I'll upload low effort bullshit. Oh, and you know they're not going to be happy about this conversation. And like, I know it's a cultural thing. So in Singapore, it's very different culturally than the United States, right? It's like, we have the power, therefore we don't answer to you. And they'll make their product with a certain user base in mind. And they in theory don't. Like, the reason my account is demonetized is because my videos are low, according to them, low quality. Which on the surface level seems crazy, but it means I'm violating something of that rule, but they won't tell me what part of the rule I'm violating. I don't know if it's the intros. I don't know if it's the kind of storytelling I'm doing, where I'm just like showing clips in like a kind of incoherent order, but narrating over them into a coherent story. I don't know if that's what they don't like. But yeah, like you're saying, there's people who like this. There's people who think this is high quality. I'm not just sitting, personally, from my point of view, I'm putting in a lot more effort than people playing video games and editing that down. But I'm not trying to shit on the Minecraft creators, because they put in a lot of effort too, and they make good stuff for their video viewers. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And because I don't know what I'm doing wrong, I can't change what I'm doing wrong. And because I can't change what I'm doing wrong, I'm going to keep doing the wrong thing. It's like, I grew up in Honolulu, so I know a lot about, like, you know, Chinese, Singapore, Japan culture. And like one of the big things is they build it for a certain user base, and there's a right way to use their product. Like, that's why Nintendo does not like fan Smash formats. It's because Nintendo wants Smash to be a family-friendly game. So when people use it the wrong way, according to them, they shut it down. And like, when you come from that perspective, it makes sense why like TikTok would treat me like this. Because they're like, no, you're catering to the wrong people. That's not how they should be enjoying content. But that's not how Americans think. It's not how my fans think. That's not how the people advertising on their platform think. That's not how their creators that make the content that generates the advertisements think. And it's like really, really frustrating. Because if there was an American version of TikTok that paid people, I think it would take off and do really well. And it had like American ethos. And then, I don't know, Singapore TikTok can exist and cater to its audience. Just kind of frustrating that I don't have another home. Well, I do in YouTube, and that's why I'm trying to make YouTube work. But YouTube's hard, man. YouTube, I'm competing against Vsauce. You know, YouTube, I'm competing against the Outdoor Boys. Like, there's some good shit on YouTube. And I am years behind their curve. And it's going to take me years to get to them. All my expertise is short form content, not long form. And so I'm having to like relearn everything. All right. I'm going to try walk down the other side. See what they're saying. The comment is amazing view, by the way. Yeah, here's the thing, Adam. I don't actually have a problem with their automatic moderators. And I don't have a problem with their automod being aggressive like that. And the reason, oh shoot. I think it's better to delete comments proactively than it is to let your app become toxic. And really that's what they're trying to do by deleting comments. And when you look at individual comments from non-toxic people that get swept up in that, it seems ridiculous. But the only reason it seems ridiculous is because there's not a lot of toxicity floating around. So most of the deleted comments are benign. But the reason there's not a lot of toxicity around is because they're proactively deleting comments. So, you know, periodically deleting your quote unquote amazing view is a small price to pay for me to not have to watch the comments really closely. Like on YouTube, I need to have ways for me to remote in and ban people quickly so they don't start spamming racial slurs. Like, that's what I'm concerned about on YouTube. And I would much rather have TikTok deleting your amazing view comment than have to worry about that on 2 platforms. Oh, Jesus. Whew. I'm really glad Brooke isn't watching my stream today. She would have called me. She would have told me to turn around. I'm gonna make a bad decision, chat. All right, let's see if this works. It should just connect automatically. I don't remember if I need to close the source. Oh, it does. Nice. Just double checking my sanity. We are so back. We are back once again. Okay, so TV static. I am sorry. You are going to be my guinea pig. What I'm about to do is I'm going to walk through these trees, like the thick trees. One, because I don't want to down climb the fucking mountain. But two, and more importantly, I need to see how badly it's going to drop. And like how catastrophically it's going to fail. Because that'll be important information. Yeah. I'm about to do the worst thing you can do with an antenna. That's go through a fuck of trees. If it becomes unwatchable, just tell me. Like, especially if the audio becomes fucked up. I gotta do it to you, boss. But if, it totally craps out and it's like unwatchable, just let me know and then I'll end stream and restart it when I'm out of the trees. I should only be in here for about 10 to 15 minutes. So right now I'm kind of in thin trees. Let me know how bad this is. By the way, that's what we rock climbed. It looks crazier from the top. That's too dangerous for me to get any closer. Ooh. I like it around this. Shit. Go forward, boss. Reconnect itself. Morel. Should be back now. It goes pretty good. Is the live stream reconnected? I just put it through a hell of a stress test. God, I want to climb that so bad. Anyway. Oh, yeah. I was going to get the thing where you have to complete the puzzle soon on TikTok. And I didn't want to have to deal with that while I was getting down there. I'll reconnect TikTok when I get out of the trees. I'm gonna make this the background now. This is actually a pretty sick background. You guys want to see something cool? If I upload a picture to this channel, it becomes the live stream background. These are like the kind of features I program when I'm bored and drunk at home. And like a lot of them are kind of useless, but some of them are kind of nice. There's the cliffs we climbed. Hey TV Static, were you able to see any of the glissading? Or did that all get cut? Yeah, it was near vertical. Probably like 80-degree-ish. Cool. They're installing special ice climbing routes on this rock. So like from there to about a third of the way down the face, it's all cleaned of like those hazard rocks that I was pushing down the mountain. And they have like places to clip in gear. Whoa! I got tree welled by a rock. Let's see if I can get it. No, I hate anything to do with ropes. I do a lot of snow climbing though, because there's no ropes involved there. Shit. Why it's the snow? Holy shit. Uh-oh. Well, that's why I brought gear. I'm fine, chat. I know what to do here. Again, I've been living in the backcountry for a while now. I know what to do in these situations. Oh, chat, there's a rock here. That's the world's most convenient rock. Oh. There's just a crack that goes like deep there. Ooh. All right, let's go de-snow everything. Uh-oh, Dad's watching. Dad, I am safe. As soon as that happened, Dad sent me a text message. So I have a feeling he's like, are you okay? Let's find out. Oh no. He's just talking to me about HLS specs. Yeah, it's about, if I had to guess, high 30s. I was legitimately worried Dad saw that. Once I get my skis on, we're gonna go check out the hole. My mom is so cute. Whenever she sees me doing videos that involve free soloing, she's like, you have a nice girl at home. You can't be doing things like that. She'll go, oh no, if I tell her where I'm going. Like the videos for this aren't released yet, but I went 1.5 miles out to sea in an inflatable pontoon boat. And that video scared some of the, like filming it, some of the locals were concerned about us. But me and my friend are kind of reckless, so. Oh yeah, seriously. And we did take a lot of precautions. Like we brought rescue equipment, floaties, like everything we would want if we did get in trouble. And we went when it was absolutely perfect weather. But it was still funny when people with like dual engine boats were coming up to us and going like, "You're crazy." And the Coast Guard even came, not up to us, but like around. Here, that's what I fell into, chat. Okay, it's not as deep as it felt. But, you know, for all we know, that's just as far as my body went, and it's a lot deeper. All right, I'm gonna go through these trees again, so the stream might be a little unstable. And then as soon as I'm out on the other side, I'm gonna bring TikTok back so they can enjoy this too. Fuck Twitch. Twitch is giga cringe. Twitch is just giga greedy with their contracts. And I don't like, I don't like any platform in general that enforces any sort of like politics. Well, even if it's things I agree with. I also don't like that Twitch takes action against content creators for trolls in their chat, because it really incentivizes people to be an asshole because you can actually get something out of it. Okay, here we go. All right, let's bring TikTok back. This is going to take me a couple seconds. That's probably just going to be about an hour trek back to the car. Oh, why don't you guys tell me my gloves were in frame? Chat, I have the ability to move them. Okay, close out of this. The fuck do you mean couldn't go live? Check your network and try again. Because that's my home computer giving me that error. What the fuck is talking about? I feel like TikTok might not be cooperating today. Let's just close the program and try again. I feel like someone needs to tell TikTok that if they want to build a walled garden, you gotta fix their fucking garden first. Okay, we'll just keep this AnyDesk session alive for now. TikTok Live, preparing your studio. See how long it takes to load in. TikTok's like, you're using multiple microphones, and I'm like, yes, I am. That's how they're able to hear you. Okay. Hello. How fun would it be to just ski that real quick and crash? That looks like Crash City. Okay. TikTok doesn't want to play. That's a bummer. I liked TikTok. Actually, I didn't like them too much, but still. It's just us, YouTube. How are you guys feeling today? RIP TikTok. You had a good run. All right, now that TikTok can't hear the stream, you guys want to talk about guns? What else can't you talk about on TikTok that's not like offensive? You want me to show you how to gut a fish? Oh, I said talk about guns, like pew pew. We should talk about why the King of Singapore is cringe. Oh yeah, I go bird hunting a lot. I do need to get a deer rifle for this season so I can pew pew the deers. Who's who? The person coming down or someone else? Yeah, I've been around Europe quite a bit. I've been to Germany a few times, France, Paris. Well, Paris is France. Feels like a different country though. Italy was my favorite though. Italy's cool as fuck. I will say though, it is really weird to see like 14, 15-year-old girls at nightclubs. Like that part of Europe's a little weird to me. Yeah, that's a thing, dude. Like you'll go to a nightclub in Rome, I'll be some fucking teenager. And I don't mean like an 18, 19-year-old teenager. I mean like a teenager. And then they start like trying to hit on you and dance with you and you're like, no, this is weird as shit. Like, I mean, it's just, I guess, more open over there. But yeah, it is strange. And I don't know if they're hitting on adults because it works, which is really concerning, or if they're just doing it for fun. But either way, it's weird as shit. And then anytime you go to a major city, people try to steal from you. But you get used to that pretty quick. Alright, that looks fun as hell. No. My dad did, though. My dad lost his wallet. Loser. Actually, I don't remember if they actually got him. No, they might have got his keys instead. Or if he caught them trying to steal. Also, my dad's not a loser. That was a mean thing to say, but... I am pretty sure he got while we were in Paris. And then after that, anytime we went to a major city, he was always on the lookout. Yeah, country's got its own problems, but I do not like big cities. So I've never gone to New York or I was very briefly in San Francisco for one day, but that's just because I had to go to the dentist. But, like, Portland is kind of the biggest city I'd ever want to be in. Portland's like small enough and safe enough that it's kind of chill. Versus, I don't know, like Hamburg was, I don't have good memories of Hamburg, bro. One of my early memories of Hamburg when I was a kid was spending like 30 minutes trying to find the bathroom because my parents didn't have coins to use the public restrooms. All the public restrooms would charge you like €2. And so we would just go from place to place. And like there's so many people, it's not like you could just, you know, go down an alleyway and piss. I just remember getting more and more frantic, like going from place to place. Just Bahnhaus? Just hoping someone had a bathroom. Like on one hand, I get it, because you got to pay them to, you know, you got to pay somebody to clean the restroom and keep it up. But on the other side, if you don't have public restrooms, people just poop in the street or piss in the street, and you got to pay way more money to clean that up. So I think they're trying to solve a problem, and mistakenly creating a bigger one for themselves. But I mean, it's a different culture over there. It's like what I was talking about with, what's it called? Like Singapore, you know? If you grow up in Europe where you have to put a euro into a machine to get into a bathroom stall, you're gonna carry coins. And if you carry coins, then you only need to use public bathrooms like once a month or so. It feels like a good deal to, you know, have nice, clean, professionally managed restrooms. Like, I've been in some shitty restrooms, like awful public restrooms in America. Or in, what's it called? When we were driving to Rome through Austria, they would have public restrooms, and then they would advertise like €2 for this restroom. The public restrooms were horrendous. And after a couple of stops, it was like, you know what, I got €2. I can afford to poop in a clean toilet. So some good exercise today. Man, if only I had Charlie here. We could talk shit about toilets together. That would be one hell of a podcast. I should go see if he wants to climb at Alpenglow this week. Now that all my servers and stuff are running. Something like Alpenglow is really stable internet. No glitches from satellites. How much fucking further do I have to go? I'm scared to look. Oh no, I still got a mile and a half to go to my car. Oh well. It's gonna take me like 45 minutes. I'm gonna put on some music. Kind of fun fact, I can't hear the same music you listen to. I mean, I could, I just choose not to. So, if the music is like irritating, just do exclamation skip And it'll skip the song. I'm over here listening to Pendulum. Fully copyrighted music. Whew. The fuck? What the heck? It was, but you're here. How's it going? Question is, do I let you talk to the live stream or do I not let you talk to the live stream? I don't know you from RuneScape, do I? They can't hear you. Hello. So, what this is the, what's it called? This is how I hear people talking in my live streams. So I'll make it talk for a second. So it's people in, I guess it doesn't want to join when there's someone else in the chat, but you're confusing the people. So I forgot to lock down the Discord channel that my bot talks to me in, and someone found it. What's gonna loop? All right. All right, I got rid of our intruder. Now we'll see if I can get the... Oh no. Edit channel. Oh. I see how he was able to join. So if you want to use my Discord bots for things like water monitoring and what's it called? There's like bots to monitor the water temperature, sensors, and stuff like that around the state. You can just, once you have that permission and you have the bot's permissions, you can just join my channel and crash it. Also, I think someone managed to crash the bot at the home, so I'm just going to reboot it. I know, it is kind of funny. I'll be honest, it's pretty fucking funny. Let's see what the error message is, by the way, while I'm here. Didn't throw an error. Oh, there it's the reader. Okay. Can I read what the error is? Okay, we're not going to worry about that error in a bit. Let me just turn off the music and turn it back on. Okay. Uh-oh. This is apparently what happens when you try to reconnect it. All the chat replays. It's like replaying all of your messages in order. I think I need to limit it to only get 5 messages. Oh, no, that's why it's doing it. It's going through the list. I love how I'm just getting like a full chat replay right now. All the greatest hits. All right. Let's see if this is fixed now. Hello world. Okay, good. I can hear you guys again. I should have invited him back in. See, here's the thing with like strangers. That could have been a really fun conversation, or he could have started yelling the N-word. And I have no idea which of those paths he would choose. So I didn't let him speak. I also don't know if it's like a live stream viewer. But I do want to start like, just kind of for fun, inviting semi-random people in. And by semi-random, I mean like, you know, I just hop on a Discord call with them ahead of time. Just like double check their driver's license to make sure they're 18 and, you know, or even 21. Because the risk is really, really high among teenagers. Like if I hop on a verification call and I see fucking like little Timmy, you just know he wants to spam the N-word. But, you know, if it's some guy my age, they're probably just interesting. Or they have something to plug. Or something to talk about. And then that could be kind of cool. Could you imagine if it was like the Joe Rogan Experience did like an open line where you had 30 seconds? You could just say whatever you wanted. Like how quickly that would go downhill. There's like so many clips from C-SPAN where it's like, and now we are joined with Tim from Philadelphia. Tim from Philadelphia, what's on your mind? Fuck. The call disconnects. All right. Now we have James from XYZ. It's kind of surprising that like shows like Kill Tony don't have people just, you know, dropping in. I guess Kill Tony is a little different because you have to travel there in person and you only have like a 5% chance of getting called up. So it's a lot of effort to go on the mic and say something crazy. But there have been people who have done some crazy shit. Like, one girl went on Kill Tony to plug her OnlyFans, and she didn't have any jokes. Yeah, that's the thing. I've only had one troll in my Discord. Like, I don't want to jinx it, but I've had this Discord. Yeah, so I've had this Discord for 2 years, and it's used to, what's it called? Like, monitor fishing regulations and stuff. So if you're in a new area, you can just like request the rules, and it gives you the rules straight from the page. And it's super handy because you don't always have good enough cell service to, you know, load up your regulations or the USGS sites and stuff. So it's like a really handy tool. But before you can use any of the channels, you go to the welcome channel and you have to apply by typing !apply. My application process is one question: how did you find out about the channel? And a ton of people hit apply and then don't answer that first question. And what that tells me is these were people who are like there to troll and get in the way. But as soon as they realized, you know, I was monitoring who was coming in and out, they didn't even bother. And I've only had one person like actually troll the Discord. And it's like, it's something they teach you about in business management, where the perception of security is often more important than the security itself. So if you can create an illusion of security, most bad actors don't even try and test the security. They just spammed a bunch of porn in one of the channels while like in the middle of the night. So I just found it the next morning and removed them. I think it's worse to do it during the night because I'm asleep. So I didn't see it until the next day. Anybody who was awake at night had to deal with that crap. Oh my God, the road. But like, that was the only thing in 10 years. And I don't really have people come into these lives to harass me either. Oh. God, my feet hurt. What did Brooke say? Almost. Place I parked up ahead is basically there, just a little past it. So I just got 2 text messages from Brooke. How much you want to bet? The 2 text messages are in this specific order: her chance and then Taco Bell. Let's see how well I know the love of my life. Aw, it says okay, call when done. I thought I was cooking with something. Yeah, for real. Oh. Not a lot. California, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and Washington. Oh, and Colorado. Let's see if there's any I missed. I don't think so. Yeah, I've never been to Utah. Never been to Nevada. So yeah, those states. The best states. What does the sign say? Oh, just a lame no trespassing sign. Chat, should we trespass? We gotta do it, right? We gotta do it for the meme. No, we're gonna do it. Just briefly. And we're on the groomers illegally. Yay. Let's get back to the wheel. Well, Bachelor's cheap enough to send me a bill in the mail for that. Oh, by the way, hang on, let's get a little further down. There's some really cool panoramic views behind me. Look at those mountains. That's why West Coast is best coast. You know what's kind of sad? I bet a lot of places on the East Coast were this beautiful before they got turned into settlements. Maybe not with giant volcanoes, but their own beauty. Yeah, the Appalachians, Appalachians, I don't know how you say it, but kind of makes me sad how they literally removed entire mountains to mine coal. And I mean, I get why they did it, but that mountain's never coming back. And like our timber industry, move all the trees off a mountain, and then the mountain will look ugly for a couple years. Yeah. It's all good. I actually can't see, I can only hear you. I can't see your text. So you can be caps lock if you like. But yeah, humans got to do what we got to do to survive. In the 1700s, there wasn't enough food for everyone. And, a lot of the things we'd never do today can be explained by the fact that someone had to eat and someone wasn't able to eat as a result. Yeah, so essentially, I have a Java server running on my home computer that's reading your guys' chats and converting it to text-to-speech and then reading me the content through Discord. So I'm sitting in a Discord channel with earbuds in, and I can hear whatever you say. That's how I'm responding to you guys without looking at my screen or using my phone. It doesn't work with TikTok because TikTok doesn't allow you to read comments with a program. It's like against their terms of service. So when I'm streaming to TikTok, I have to be looking at my phone every couple minutes. But when it's just YouTube, it's one of the big reasons I like just streaming to YouTube only. I don't have to open my phone. I don't have to be monitoring the stream. It tried to read that. You almost crashed my server. I heard it totally freak out. The old, I used to use a text-to-speech bot last year. that was, it had a fatal flaw where if you overloaded it with emojis, it would crash. And so people in my chat would just spam emojis to make me reset the bot every few minutes. It sounded like, can it read this? HGFFF, like it just resorted back to out. But my new text-to-speech client is a lot better coded. So whenever it encounters emojis now, it reads the, what do you call? You know how like an emoji, it says like smiley face, black accent, right? It reads that instead of trying to process the emoji. So you can't crash it. It also will ignore any sort of non-phonetic ASCII characters. So if you send it like a bunch of question marks and tildes, it'll just ignore all of those. Yeah, so like it said slightly smiling face. And there's also I implemented a cutoff where if it's still talking after 10 seconds, it ends. So it's not like you can just spam 87 like rotisserie chicken emojis or something and annoy the crap out of me. So that said face orange biting nails. So again, I gotten a lot better at programming. And ChatGPT's gotten a lot better at programming too. So between the two of us now, we're unstoppable. But like here, I'll show you something cool. I can do things like this. Where's my Discord? So I can control the stream backwards using Discord too, like this. So for example, if I wanted to say hello nerds, I don't have to go into my OBS. I just send this command. And you'll see the header update. And version 7 of so I'm currently on version 6 of my bot. I might have to start calling it like 1.6, just so I don't go insane. But the next version I'm gonna cook up after I get the HLS stable is I'm gonna have it listen to the audio of the SRT feed. And anytime I go, hey Jarvis, the next words are gonna be a command. And I thought it'd be really funny if I used the, what's it called, the Iron Man overlay. You know, like the Iron Man the HUD, the heads-up display. It would be so cool to just be like, hey Jarvis, update the header, hello nerds, and then it just does it. So I don't even need to use my phone. So like, hey Jarvis, skip, and it skips the song. Or like, hey Jarvis, make the music louder, right? But that involves learning how the DeepSeek wrapper works. And I don't want to learn. how the DeepSeek wrapper works. But it is something I need to learn for my career, how to interact with AI wrappers. And like how to use them effectively and how to pre-train your models and stuff. Because the thing is, it would be really easy if I was like, hey Jarvis, skip, right? Or hey Jarvis, header, hey nerds, right? Because you then just process the words out and you try to match commands. What I want it to do is to interpret what I say with an LLM, and like a local LLM too. So not one of those ones like ChatGPT where you go out to the internet and make a request, but like a much simpler one that runs entirely on my computer, where I can tell it like, these are the available commands. Here is how you interpret them. Does this text have a high confidence interval match to any of these commands? And if so, process the instruction, right? And that's what like the next level of apps are gonna be able to do. And that's gonna be expected in 3 to 5 years. You know, right now, you guys are used to using things like exclamation skip, right? In the future, well, actually, you guys probably aren't even used to that. That's more of like a Twitch thing where people use bots and like there's a few limited commands. In the future, people are just going to be able to say like, the music is too loud. And it would know to lower the music. Yeah, so coding, now's a good time to learn how to code. It's actually a lot easier to get in to coding with all the LLMs and AIs, because it's like the first tool in human history that will explain to you how to use it and can troubleshoot itself. Like a hammer, that's a better example. A hammer is kind of self-explanatory, but like a table saw, for example. The table saw won't tell you how to use it while you're using it. ChatGPT will. So if you have an objective and you tell ChatGPT, it can guide you through prompting itself to give you what you need. It's like the best time to learn anything. And if you learn it now, you have a huge advantage over everybody else who is afraid of it. And that's the other thing that annoys me about TikTok. Like, they think they can stop things. Like, they're so high on their own supply that if they think they protest, it'll never be all AI. That's the other thing people don't think about. Like, for example, in the 1990s, compilers became big. So what a compiler is you used to have to manually tell the computer where to store ones and zeros, like the individual ones and zeros. You had to tell it, grab ones and zeros from this address, put it into memory here, and then essentially read it, right? Or do what you want. And you didn't have instructions like save this value, or you did have save actually. What didn't you have? You didn't have things like square root, for example. You had to tell the computer how to process the bits to give you a square root result. It's like, just insane levels of optimization would go into that because you controlled the literal electrons flowing around the circuit board. And then compilers came around, where rather than writing in instructions, you wrote in a more human language, like, this is variable Jimmy. Jimmy is a object. Jimmy is a date, for example. Get the day of Jimmy and store it in Jimmy's day, right? Like, so it's a lot more human readable and able to be understood. And people thought that would be the death of programming. Yeah. Well, people thought it'd be the death of programming because people were no longer controlling the individual the circuits, right? They would upload an image and the image would be in a folder and the image would often be uncompressed. And like, the code, especially in the beginning, was very sloppy and lazy, and people were like, that's it, we don't need any more developers because people are just producing this compiler slop. And that's how you end up with like Super Mario 64 being developed in just a few months, but also lagging to shit when you get to Jolly Roger Bay. It's because it was never optimized. They didn't know how to do it yet. But now that compilers exist and people don't have to think, how do I process binary in order to divide things? There's way more programmers. There's way more things being written in code. The amount, the volume has actually increased to the point where it's more lucrative to be a programmer. And I think AI is going to be the same. AI is going to be the same, where it's like, initially there's going to be a lot of slop. And then people are going to refine how they use it. And it's going to become more accessible. And the amount of things we're able to do is going to exponentially increase. And therefore, we're going to need more programmers, not fewer programmers. But those programmers need to be proficient in using the AI. Otherwise, they're going to start 5 years behind. But like, the funny thing about TikTok is like, AI is horrible for the environment. And they think that if they comment on people's videos, please don't use AI, then the companies investing billions of dollars into it are going to be like, oh, the TikTok people don't like it. I'll try to, if the weather is good, I'll try to stream probably around lunchtime if I had to guess. I want to do a climbing session with Charlie, because Charlie kind of vaguely appears in the background of some of my streams. I've never been able to like hot mic him up, do something he likes doing and something he's good at, and like letting him shine. But yeah, I'll be around. No promises. Once I get this like super squared away and my YouTube videos going and I get into a good editing flow, I'll definitely be live like every weekend. And I'll probably be live a lot in the summertime when I can be live after work. Because I can just go, like with this setup, I don't have to think about, is there going to be good service? There will be. I am the good service. I can just, I can just show up to a fishing spot on the crooked river in the middle of the canyon. Yeah, image generation's iffy. It uses a ton of water. So does video generation. The way I see AI is driving a bus, right? If you're driving the bus and taking other on the ride, the environmental cost is small. If you're driving a bus for your personal use to send to your friends, that's a really bad use of AI. Delayed adults. And for adults with very, very low vocab, like we have clients that have double-digit vocabs where they know yes, no, home is store. Like that is the level of their speech. Historically, they've had pictures, like they would laminate pictures, right? And the way they would communicate is by pointing to the picture. But that required an artist. You had to sit down with somebody who could draw and draw really well. So their AI take to just draw it as a simple clip art. So it's simple, easy for them to process, and it's specific to their experience. And we've also been training the chat. Ah, shit. I'll talk about it later. Oh, I gotta echo that. I'll talk about it tomorrow then. Yeah, Monday around tomorrow around lunchtime, I'll probably go rock climbing and I'll try to get Charlie to come. Know that person too. It's weird seeing people you know at the mountain. Okay. And I gotta not leak all my confidential information real quick. What am I doing tomorrow? Use neglect training. So, okay, I'll be live 12:30 Oregon time tomorrow. I'm gonna make that commitment. No, it's not. Thanks for stopping by. Oh shit, wait, am I not choppy anymore? I bet I was too far away with my Bluetooth mic. Is like the audio better? Is audio better now? Okay. It's better? Yeah, just tell me if this gets bad again. I should be live 12:30 tomorrow, Oregon time. I'll convince Charlie to. I'll try to convince Charlie to come. Charlie has a job now. It's lame. But yeah, so basically, really quickly, we have clients with like 50 word vocabs, like 50, and they point to pictures to communicate. So in the past, we used to have to schedule time with a sketch artist. Shit. Oh well. I wonder if kill works.